I don't want to date. That scares me. Least of all, a content creator. I just don't like being flirted with. Like, not in that way, right? Like, that's just, it seems really weird. No, I'd rather troll the shit out of somebody who's... No. And here's the thing, okay? I have a few people I love to troll because their reactions are very good. But if it was just like a typical person who was being very genuine and sweet and reaching out and trying to compliment, I try not to actually be that much of a dick because I know how scary it is to, you know, approach somebody in a nice kind of way. If somebody legitimately thought that I was that attractive, like my sister, then I would have been nice. I would have said thank you very much, accepted the compliment, said good job for shooting your shot, let them down gently, then pass the compliment on to my sister, right? Because it's her compliment. But no. There's like 3 people that I like to torture, and Evan is one of them. I mean, you'll eventually find someone to settle with, though. I am highly unpleasant, and I have my own issues. I think even if I was approached in a genuine way where I felt like maybe this could work, this could be the one, I'd still turn it down because I'm not there yet. I don't want to subject myself to myself, right? Why would I subject anyone else to myself? I would be lying to them, right? I was straight up deceptive because maybe I don't know, I tricked them by being nice or something, you know, just, I don't know. I've seen too many people in my own personal life that have the same kind of problems I have, and later down the line, they talk about how if they had known that their spouse had my issues, like this is normal lore, but I'm diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, right? And I have been since a little kid, like not like the trendy, modern, like I've been diagnosed since 2 years ago because of TikTok and then I went to go get it, so I've like dumb shit, right? No, like I've actually openly had this diagnosis for a very long time, right? And it's one of those things where it's scary. It's hard to control your reaction to things. You can train yourself to mitigate it, but like even if I found the best person in the whole wide world, I know that I would fuck it up. I know that I would hurt them. I know that I would damage them. So I would rather, if I found the world's most perfect person, like genuinely allowed myself to feel like I was falling in love with somebody, the only responsible thing for me to do would be to try and set them up with somebody else. That is the only responsible thing I can do. I will probably never, ever get married. I'll never romance anybody on purpose. I won't try to anyway. And I don't think relationships are something that I can reasonably do because the fear of flying off the handle and causing significant emotional and physical distress. It's hard enough to control when I'm not dating someone. I can't imagine. Never say never, you can change faster than you think. Here's the thing. Borderline personality disorder is one of those things where it's like a physical thing with your brain. It is literally the shape of the front of your brain. You can't really fix it. You kind of have it for your whole life. Some people develop it through severe trauma and stress going through war. It physically alters the shape of their brain forever, but a lot of times it is actually hereditary. I have it because my father has it, and my father has it because my grandfather has it. It's really weird because it usually is only prevalent in females, so them both having it means that it's very fucking severe. Again, it's one of those things where you know that you have it from a very young age because you show signs of it, they take you to see specialists, they say we can't technically diagnose you because you're underage, but we're like 99% sure you have it. You should get medicated. Parents refuse to medicate me. Instead, we go through behavioral therapists. As I get older, the behavior stayed the same. Finally get old enough, the actual diagnosis is secured. But my whole life, it was like, yeah, no, you're this way. You're bad. You're wrong because you're borderline. All of your problems are because of this thing. You can't do anything because of this thing. And it's just like, you believe it, you know? And I'm gonna be honest, I have put holes through walls. There's a hole in the wall that I put there one Christmas because we had like black folding chairs. And one year I picked it up, and our walls are made of paper, like fucking drywall, right? And I don't remember what I was mad about, but I remember hulking this chair at the wall and one of the legs sticking in there. I've had a lot of things like that. And a lot of the times, it's not like I'm actively choosing to do these bad things. It's more like like adrenaline rushes you get when you're playing something, like watching or playing something scary, how your heartbeat automatically like kicks up and you feel maybe your muscles twitching, like you're really scared, you know? That kind of instinctual gut reaction you can't really control. It's kind of like that. It's like hard adrenaline rushes when you get angry and your vision kind of goes and you really can't control what you're doing. say things that usually you would have time to think about beforehand. Your body kind of moves on its own and it just is trying to like decompress. Like how some abusive husbands will punch holes through walls, right? Dr. Chat listening to Midas problems. Doesn't help that I'm laying down though. No, I'm just trying to put it into perspective for you guys, okay? Why I actively don't seek romance. And why it's okay to not do that if you're self-aware enough. If you guys have somebody in your life that's like this, or if you think that you're like this, that you're not an evil person, you're a little busted, but not beyond usefulness, there are other ways that you can fulfill yourself, other ways to live your life.